so Pierce finally made it up here. I've already took him back and showed him where the issues are that we're having with the Bobcat. They've seen some tracks and stuff, which I told y'all about him the other night on Steph's channel. Pierce has his own channel, and he's, how old are you, 13?
12.
12 years old, and once he goes into explaining everything about trapping, not only bobcats, coyotes, everything like that. He's already caught, what, 30-something?
I've caught 36 raccoons this season, 1 skunk, like 10 possum, I think, and 4 coyotes. But I'm trying to catch my first bobcat, but I've had some of the best trappers around Oklahoma teach me this stuff, and I've just been very fortunate to learn from them.
And as we go, he'll explain everything. Like I say, he's just starting out. He's had a channel for about 6 months or so. He showed it to me back when we went to our family reunion, and I encourage y'all to go over there, check it out. Once you see the video, him talking about what's going on, you will be amazed. So he's come down. Obviously, the chickens are getting picked off one by one. So he's going to come down and teach me and Leighton how to actually set these traps, so we can protect our own animals around here. So you ready to show me?
Yeah. So this, get it at Walmart. Like, where we get $5 for like a big gallon bag. Take it, roll it up here. I got some. To keep my dry peat moss in. Just take about this much, roll it up in a ball, and I take it, stick it under that pan right there. It's so whenever you're putting dirt under there, this is like a filler, because if a dirt or rock gets under there, that trap can't go down.
Right.
So what you do is you take, these are called the ears of the trap right here. Take the ears and you push it down, and then you push the pan down, which is what the animal actually steps on.
Okay.
And you pull it up over that notch. These don't have the notch, it just goes over the jaw. All traps are different. Where'd you put it? Here. That's fake. Just tap it till you hear the click. That's the click. So now this trap is completely set, ready to go. See, that pan sits down low. This is a K9 Extreme Junior trap. It's the highest of end traps, really, that there is. And the pan is right there in the middle. So it's what the animal steps on. So you take, let's pretend this is an animal's foot. That animal's caught.
Gotcha. And that's what we're hoping that's going to happen to the bobcat.
And then you just, but then this comes with a chain. I use quick links to attach mine. They don't go nowhere. Then I have a 15-inch cable with a wolf fang earth anchor. And this driver right here, specially fit to it. Just goes down, then you hammer it down, take the driver out, and then pull on it, and this is specially designed to turn to the side and grab the dirt. That animal don't go nowhere. You can almost, it takes almost a 4-wheeler to pull them up. But this will hold, I don't know, I have a guy up in Wisconsin, he's held wolves with it. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about this going anywhere.
Okay.
But,
so how many of these are we going to set out today?
Probably 3.
3? Okay. All right. So, as you know, he knows his stuff. That's pretty interesting. Have you ever got your hand caught in one of those?
Sadly. Yeah. I haven't caught it up here. I've put my hand in traps, like just let it close, not let it snap. Whenever it's up here, it doesn't hurt near as bad, but I have a 4-coil trap at home, 4 springs instead of 2. All these have 2s because we have animals around here that might get out. But I have a 4-coil one at home, 4 springs, most powerful trap I have, biggest trap too. And I got my 2 fingernails caught in it just like that.
Oh wow.
It hurts, but I mean, it doesn't permanently hurt the animal. Like it doesn't break bones or anything. Otherwise, my hand would be in a cast.
But we're not relocating this bobcat. This bobcat's done.
Yeah. We're relocating him to God.
Yeah, relocating him to God.
Now Pierce did say that if it's a spotted one, he wants it.
Hey, you're more than welcome to come and get it.
Because the spotted ones are worth money, and I mean, like I was telling them, the glands in it. Boy,
yeah.
if I take a gland from a bobcat up here and put it down at my home, boy, those bobcats will go crazy. Especially since it's breeding season. They don't want. You want the tom in the area wants all the girls for himself.
Right.
Like if a guy flirts with another person's girlfriend, that girl's boyfriend is gonna be pretty mad. Same in the bobcat and coyote world. The cats will get into fights, and it's just crazy. Cause I had a coyote that it's on my YouTube channel, and it got in so many fights. It had like a gnash on its eye, and its tail was cut off. It's just they fight, and it's so intense because it's just over girls.
Wow. All right, so we're going to go back here and start trying to find a spot and set them out. So he just explained all that, so we are going to head back there now and set the traps.
Yeah, you can go. Ask Pierce if you want him to.
Pierce, you want me to kill something?
Yeah.
No. Thank you.
I got about a auger, Pierce.
Yes.
Get the grill in there.
I got about
Here,
80 pounds.
Lincoln, carry that for. Okay, go.
A lot of our corn.
They said that, Pierce said that he can use this if the night he uses
Okay.
the pipe.
Okay.
Mom, put it back to chicken.
Well, I'm gonna put one over here by the chicken. So the chicken's protecting them. And it's going to stroke them too.
Yeah.
So there's something called backing. You can put
On what?
backing. You put it behind the trap so the animal doesn't come up to the trap.
Think you might want to make a cave.
How do you want to?
I'm just gonna do since he's coming here, he knows the chickens are here. Gather up some of these feathers if you can.
Yeah, there's a bunch more in here.
I'll even grab some of this hay and just stuff it. Has chicken scent on it. And let's just build up. Oh, let's just build up a little pile of stuff like that. Right about here. Just build up. We're gonna put it right here. It's gonna be. Then they'll know that that's here. For sure. And I got some of the stinkiest bait around. So, what we're gonna do here.
Lincoln.
This is it.
Lincoln.
Grill.
You see what kind of power tool he uses?
Huh?
Quarter table.
Porter cable.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what we use too, porter cable.
But right here.
That's the bait hole.
It's just about deep enough.
That's the bait hole to put the bait in.
Now, I have gloves. I don't worry about scent as much as I know other people do.
Okay.
So, I have to have my trap this far away and this far away. And if I don't have it this far away, then I won't catch a single animal. I don't take a tape measure and put the thing, because about this far for me is about 6.5 inches. So I go about this way, and then I come over right about here, because animals don't walk like this. like that. So you just want it where this animal is gonna naturally step. You don't want him where you have to make him step somewhere. You can. I do put guiding on my set. That's the reason I'm pushing it out to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what you mean by guiding.
Guiding is showing the animal where they're going to step. I mean, you can't make them step on the pan every time, so you got to tell them where to step.
Basically, you create a path to the bait hole so that they can only come up to the bait hole in one approach, one way.
Okay.
I don't like using, because people make runaways, like an airport runaway. I don't do that. I just give them subtle things like, don't step there, you know. I make a pretty deep. This is called the bed for the trap, because this is where the trap is going to sit.
You don't want too deep because you don't want no rocks to be in here because that it won't set off then.
Okay.
Well, it'll set off, but a rock will get right here,
Mm-hmm.
animal will pull right out, and then he'll be trap shot. He won't come up to another hole like that. That's why I set a variety of sets.
Okay.
Take some of this polyfill right here.
Stick it on the pan.
Take it. Stick it right underneath. Keep in mind, it's just a filler. It's not. You don't want so much that it's sticking off the sides. You want it just enough where it's under the pan.
Okay.
That's perfect right there. Then you take, this is the part that takes quite a while. This is the physically demanding part. Yeah. Whenever me and Leighton were at my uncle's property, it took us like 30 minutes to get one.
Yeah.
Put it in and get one out.
Yeah.
But up here the ground's soft enough, it shouldn't be.
Luckily, we've been got 2 inches of rain just the other day.
He does it quite often because I would have missed that thing already.
I get it up just to that first swivel. I never use anything besides my hammer.
That's no way that BOBCAT could pull
That-
that shot.
It would take probably one of your 4-wheelers to pull that up. But I have a special puller where you can use a pickaxe like we did today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take, make sure it fits still. Yep. So this right here,
It's
it's called peat moss. Right here.
It's that dirt that's
It's called peat moss. You can get it at Lowe's. It keeps the trap from freezing because it's nice and dry and it's fine. It's like a fine dirt. So just take it, put it down there, pack it down. I just take my fist and punch the chain down in there. Now, this is the tricky part. You gotta bed the trap. If it's not solid, animal comes right here. That moves like that. That animal is not coming back. Animal is not coming back at all. And not in a good way, like he's not going to come back to your chickens. He'll come back to your chickens, avoid your set, and just keep stealing more and more. So I need to make sure no kids come back here.
Yeah.
Well, they step on it as if their foot is bigger than the trap, it won't catch it. Now I have a paintbrush that I do that, but it fell out
Mm-hmm.
my truck somewhere. So now you don't want big clumps like this either. I use that for guiding on the sides. And
Where's
always,
your screen pan at?
Huh?
Didn't we bring your shaker?
yeah, but I don't use it for peat moss. I really hardly ever use it. Then I cover that pan again. Just get around it. You want your pan to be the best place to step. Okay, and then you do just one more layer. That's basically good right there. So I'm going to take this and just kind of give it that rough look, you know, because there's not just going to be a splotch of dry dirt in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it doesn't really make much of a difference. It's just like a confidence thing. Just going to shake the dirt a bit. Rub it against your hands or whatever. Now this is the guiding part, the precise part. So you take like I call them stepping sticks. Take them and you put them, so if they're walking up, they won't want to step on this, they'll step right here. So you put it right here. And then you just take and build up around this. And I think this looks like a mouse hole right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Put that right there. Just put it. Just put it. I'll do it. Just kind of, and then up behind it. Really, I would prefer. Here, because I'm at the end, I'm going to stuff those down in the hole.
Yeah.
But that's about good for that part. Now the stinky part. So
The bait.
this is what I do. This is called Soul Taker by Dunlap Lures.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to see that? He's a trapper out of I think Minnesota. He makes this stuff. Good stinky bait.
Oh, if only you could smell through your phones.
Smell it on.
It's
That
special.
smells good, actually.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
I used to smell this because we go trapping a
Stuff
lot.
it down that hole. That's basically as far as you can get it. Now, take these feathers, put it down in there. You just think it's to make them, oh, that's food, or, and then the feathers is like something else killed it there. And now you'll see it. What was that? Did you hear that? Like a big log broke or something. But, now I'll take, this is called Cat Call by my buddy Dale Billingsley Brand Lures. Y'all can see that. He has his own lure company, and it's called Cat Call because it's made out of the butt of the animal. So this cat's gonna be mad. If it's a boy, it's gonna be mad if there's another boy in town.
Okay.
So just take this much, just about a pea-sized amount, and I'll just stick it down in there. Stick it down in there. You may think, oh, that's not enough. I might have to put more. I mean, I don't think you can overdo it, but you also don't want to waste your stuff.
Right.
You know. And then this is Lessel Rousseau's, buddy of mine's Pro Shot. And Pro Shot is, it is where he fills it about this much up with gland I mean, not gland fills it up about this much with urine, and then puts about a tablespoon of gland in it. And boy, I tell you, whenever they first released this stuff, bobcats were going ballistic in Minnesota. You just put about a shot on there, like he came by and he doesn't want a cat to come back here. And that's finished.
Sweet.
Now we set more traps. No, my legs.
That right there, man, that should have animals coming from all around.
I sure hope so.
What would you do if a hog got stuck in your head? Hooked animals really can't get caught.
Pierce, do we need to put some sticks behind this to keep the cat from coming up from the backside?
That's what
Some
that
of these
back is for.
limbs?
I mean, we could take this.
Careful, that's boat arc.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it'll poke you.
Scratch
It'll be fine. You just don't want the cat walking up to the trap from the backside.
Yeah.
You want it to only come in from the front.
Yeah, now he shouldn't come up here.
Yeah, and especially if it's coming in up this trail here.
Right.
Did y'all find where it was coming up at?
We found the spot where it's coming underneath the fence over there. We found some hair on the barbed wire.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
He's going to put a trap on just on this side of that barbed wire fence too. So if it comes across the fence, we might catch it before it even gets up here.
That's hopefully what happens.
Is there 2 boxes for me?
Alright, so
Come over. You're gonna try to go work for it.
Right.
I go up to him every time I can. My dad actually gets quite everything from him because I ask him so much.
Right. Anxious to catch one.
Anxious to catch one, that's how you have to be too. If you don't have confidence in where you're setting, you get lousy.
when you get lousy, you'll start missing animals. So
Well, and we can show them real quick where we seen the bobcat coming through.
you can get down there and show them first.
On this fence, we noticed the hair right here, and that's a pretty good indicator that the cat's coming underneath this little spot here on this fence line coming off that ridge. So this is going to be a pretty good spot to set up a trap.
I'm gonna put it right here.
You gonna set it up here? Or up here?
I'm gonna put it right here because if he's coming down, I'm gonna make the biggest, gaudiest dirt hole that I can. Just the biggest thing that I can. Okay. I'll go right there. This is the eye appeal is gonna get him on this one. Here, after the animal, I use eye appeal for it. Eye appeal will help them see it. It's a visual type thing. It's like we use the chicken feathers.
Mhm.
They don't have much smell on them. They do have smell, but I mean, he sees that, he's gonna go ballistic for it. I mean,
What if it's a female?
if it's a female, it really, the gland wouldn't matter as much as the food part of it,
Oh, okay.
but the males are the ones that go around marking it. So I'm gonna take it. Now, to dig in my bed. Give this trap a nice, good place to sit. All right. See down here. Now let's see how good this trap fits. Has to be a little wider. So take and just chip it out. I think that's good right there. Oh yeah, beautiful. Might dig it just a little bit more. So we have room for that chain down at the bottom. But that's basically what you see right there. See how pretty that is? Awesome. And So now we're just gonna take earth anchor. This is called a wolf fang earth anchor, but they make ground talon anchors. They make disposable anchors. I just leave there and they just dispose of over time. Just make sure it fits again. We've got some peat moss here. Just gonna take a handful of it, line that bed with it. I might make that bed a little bit deeper. And now you bed the trap tight, as tight as you can get it. I mean, you don't want it so tight that it can't get out of the ground, which is really hard to do, especially with these. Kendall Obermeyer makes these traps. They're some of the. If money wasn't an issue, my whole line would be these.
Right.
These are my favorite traps. I mean, if money wasn't an issue, yeah, I would have probably like 3 dozen of these. And I mean, if you're gonna be running lines,
How much are them things a piece?
these, you buy them by the dozen. I think they're like 24 a piece, but these are like 30 a piece if you buy them in singles.
Okay.
And I only have one. But I mean, if you think about it, the pan, special type of pan, it's just everything is just, and it's American made by a trapper himself.
Where's he from?
Shoot, I don't know, but his name's Kendall Obermeyer. He has a website, I think it's called like No BS Trap Company. He has wolf traps, beaver traps, coyote traps. This one, a guy in Wisconsin uses, and this is the smaller version of his trap. So tap on the corner, tap on the corner, tap on the corner, tap on the corner. That trap is perfect. And certain traps bed nicer than other traps, you know? Because like, big clods out of there. Stick out of here. You don't want any sticks in there either. I think that's under the pan. I don't know why I was touching it. That wasn't very smart. Then but here it is. Now you'll take this dirt, take it. I want to crumple it up big time. See, you want to take those clods out. That's just about good. I mean, I can take some of this and sweep it. But now, I'm going to And I forgot to drill my hole first. And that's okay. It's just...
Don't nail on the trap. Just don't nail on the trap.
Yeah. Now, I can take these clods, bigger ones, precisely, just like, you know, on the corner, like, don't step there. I mean, you don't want them really stepping anywhere else in the pan. I mean, it would be nice if that was the only place they stepped, but in reality, they're going to come up here, they're going to walk around, they're going to figure out the set, and then they'll step on the trap, if they do step on the trap at all. So, I'll just take a little bit. Take this. Take a clod of dirt instead of a stepping stick. Put that like that. A BOBCAT stride is about 14 to 18 inches.
What?
A BOBCAT stride, like whenever it walks, is about 14 to 18 inches. And their pads, they're circular, like nubs or whatever it's called. And they don't have any claw marks. So if you see something with a claw mark and you think it might be a cat, it's more than likely a coyote. And now with a coyote, if a coyote comes up to the set, he will more than likely dig at the hole, step back, dig at the hole, step back. That's the reason I offset, because he's not going to dig at the hole and step right here. He's going to dig at the hole, step to the side, sniff, dig in the hole, step to the side, you know. Because I don't think you've ever seen an animal that walks like this, you know, 1 foot directly in front of the other. And I don't know, offset to the right, it just, I don't know, personal preference. Now here, I don't know if there's a place that I could hang a flag in. I don't think so.
There's no way I'm hanging over now.
My channel has a lot of just me setting traps, me catching animals. Most of it. I mean, I've caught fish on this too.
So do you trap for other people?
Yes, I trap for a guy that has problems with coyotes on his land, killing all the turkeys. I mean, we don't really have much land. We have about an acre, and we have dogs that protect it. So I mean, we don't have to worry about it. But other people, a coyote will ruin a whole flock of turkeys.
Right.
A bobcat will eat a full tom.
Wow.
By himself. And really, raccoons are the worst things for turkeys, because they'll go into the nest and they'll eat every single egg, which is really sad and unfortunate.
We made this trail because we were fixing the fencing.
Just looks like something's been non-stop digging. So now I'm just gonna throw this around here. Clear out.
Wild animals tend to kill their food and eat part of it and then bury part of it. It's the purpose of the hole.
Okay.
So when they walk by and they smell something and then they see a hole that looks like it's been dug up, they say, hey, somebody else has killed something and buried it here. Let's go see if there's something to eat.
That's
Free-
also
Makes sense.
you know, when you have to hunt to survive and then you get a free meal, It's a free
Right.
meal.
That makes sense.
That's also why I put urine.
Right.
You know, it also makes those Toms angry. I mean, if you had your girlfriend and you figured out that, I mean, there's another guy in town, you wouldn't want to protect your girlfriend. So.
What did Gary at the camping deal tell you about cats? What's the two things about cats?
Girlfriends and food.
Food. Girlfriends and food is all they care about.
Yep, that's their whole life. It's girlfriends and food. So.
Pretty much like a teenage boy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What?
A couple more years, you'll understand.
But then, just gonna. This is Trapper J. He has an all predator bait. That's a pretty good glob there. It's the last of this round. But.
Do you have more stuff like this at home?
Not really more bait. This is mainly all my baits and lures. But at the start of every season, I order more baits. You know.
So do you have like an Amazon account or anything like that for like a page, like things that you use for trapping?
It's not a lot of it is on Amazon, but I have some sheep wool, but I ran out, so I just use this because it looks like fur.
Right.
Now it looks like the back half of a dead bunny in there or something. You know what I mean? They get that dead animal smell, and then they see that little bright white stuff sticking out, and it looks like somebody buried some dinner.
Yeah. Something all trappers do is smell their lures before they use it. Now this one.
What is that one?
This one's Lobo Call by Billingsley Brand Lure. But I think that this time I'm going to use, it's a skunky lure. It's going to call them from far away. Hellfire.
Okay.
And this stuff.
Is some of this stuff like homemade?
Actually, basically.
What's that smell
Wanna do it?
like? It kind of smell like skunk.
Yeah, a lot of their attractants, they use a lot of that skunk gland because it lasts longer, and the odor of skunk
It was on
can
my
pick
thing.
up an odor of like whatever lure that they're using, and it carries it for, you know, because the skunk smell can travel for a long ways.
Right.
Same reason they use it for perching, because it
Right.
holds the scent. And so they do use skunk in a lot of those lures and baits that they got.
And bobcats, they will sacrifice like everything they have for just a little bit of skunk. I mean,
Really?
it's like for bobcats, if they can get their hands on a skunk, it's like, geez. But like, here's an equivalent. If you have house cats at home, watch them. We're fixing to make a rub set, and that's why your house cat will rub up against stuff. He's just rubbing up against stuff. That's what cats do. Cats, if there's food, they sit there and they eat. So he's here, he's wanting to get that. So he's got to be laser focused on this set until he gets that. And hopefully, we catch him before he gets it.
Right.
And then he'll twirl around this area until we come dispatch.
Yeah, if you get one, you'll know he'll make some noise for you.
Really?
Them things will make a lot of scary noise.
They scream. This is BOBCAT Pro Shot. It's a mix of urine and glandware. Let me put this up. I used to use sticks a lot, but I mean, it's just hassle going around trying to find a stick to use
Right.
and having it inconsistent. So that was sent to a fan of mine. But right there, that's finished. I mean, he comes by. If he doesn't want the food, he is gonna be like, this dude's trying to steal my girlfriend.
Right.
Or my food.
And
Yeah.
Or my food, yeah.
Sweet.
so that's the second set. I have a lot of confidence in this set.
I think it's a really good spot coming through that fence there.
Come through that fence with that fur right there, the track just down. I mean,
Is that where we're going to set the third one right down there?
on that one log that I saw.
Okay.
And then I tried to break up the smooth part where I was sitting, you know. I mean, I don't really think it does anything, but like,
What about raccoons? What do you do with them?
I really don't do anything with them, but raccoons, you gotta get them out of the system. You want any turkeys that you want, you gotta get rid of the raccoon thing. One raccoon need a whole turkey nest of like 10 eggs, 10 less turkeys you have, and even if they do hatch, the bobcats and the coyotes are gonna get them before they get old enough. So it's like,
So they'll eventually get up here and get my eggs.
yeah. That's why I got y'all that dog proof right there, and y'all can set it even with the dogs running around.
Okay.
And that's why that thing was broken down. You just trying to get the eggs in. All y'all have to do is put cat food or dog food in there. You don't even need gear and lure or anything. Just cat food and maybe a little tuna.
Right.
There's a food in, or an armadillo hole. But I mean, most of it is just them wanting food, and they'll do just about anything for food.
Right.
So, raccoons are more of the easier things to catch in my opinion, because I've caught 36 of them, and only one has been in a coyote set. Every other one has been in a trap exactly like that.
Really?
Just cat food or dog food with tuna.
So that last one you caught, like number 3 or whatever, where you was really close to him, what kind of set was that?
That was a flat set, kind of like the one we're going to be doing here.
Okay.
So this is kind of a rub / flat set. It's going to be more of a flat set than a rub set, because all it is going to be is just bait with this gland and stuff on it. No hole or anything. So we're going to try. Push that up. You can hold that. Actually, you can put it down because I got to bed my trap first. Where's that one trap? Here.
There's
Oh, there's that. Here. This fits. Yep. Fits.
So how long have you been doing this?
Probably a year and a half.
Wow. You're real knowledgeable about it. So what did you do before you did this?
Believe it or not, I was actually a gamer. Like I would do everything video games and
Sit in the house, play games?
I mean, to be honest, I would sit there for probably hours, just play video games and well, at my dad's work, a guy gave me a live trap for squirrels. Never caught anything in it, but I saw on YouTube put marshmallows in it, and I put marshmallows in it. Every night I had a coon. He was so big he wouldn't fit in the trap. He would get out. So I got mad, sold, I don't know, $500–600 worth of gaming equipment I had saved up and got, and well, I got it. I got 2 traps. One of them, I had a bad anchor and it got stolen. And the other one, I used it and used it and used it. In the first year, I caught 27 coyotes. I mean, not coyotes, raccoons.
Wow.
First year, never done anything else. But coons, if I were to put them on a scale of, because like I would put coyotes, I put, from stuff I've caught, I haven't caught a bobcat, so I put bobcat, fox, coyote, raccoon, no, skunk, raccoon, fox.
So is the bobcat the only thing you haven't caught?
And a red fox. I've caught a gray fox, which is on my channel.
We got a red fox.
Yeah, we shot a red fox
Yeah.
out the bedroom window.
I was in town.
He was
Wow.
eating all of our chickens. I mean, he cleared us out.
They're,
Baby chickens.
they're sneaky, man.
Yeah.
They are really sneaky.
It's crazy.
Can you try to get that undone? I'm sorry, but just get it like out, because Probably should have done that beforehand. But my story on my gray fox is I had a dirt hole. My trap would be flipped up every day. And I'd ask, most people said raccoon, but then a very experienced trapper from Wisconsin, Loki, he said, I think that's a gray fox. I said, I don't think we have fox in this area. He said, well, move the trap. So I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I don't even know you, but I'll try it. Well, I tell you, I moved that trap out. He had been doing this for weeks and weeks and weeks. I mean, I couldn't come back a day without it being flipped off. Well, he told me about it, moved the trap back about 2 inches and over like 3 inches. So the pan would be where the bottom jaw would be. And that same night I caught that. That's probably my favorite thing that I've caught so far.
Wow.
Ain't that where you got that skunk stuff from?
And that's
Loki.
yeah.
So where do you get these traps at?
Well, you can get them from a lot of different suppliers. I mean, my favorite ones are Minnesota brand, Blakely's Trapping Supply. I have them right here. Southern Snares is a really, really good one. I mean, gee, just look up Trapping Supply and you'll have a whole list of it. I mean, it's like an art that most people don't even know about. I mean, it's hard to find people that do it, but there's a nice community of people that do it.
Right.
I mean,
And we just went to a
okay.
trapping camp in December, right at the end of the year, first of the year. And they're a really good group of guys. We went to Warrika, just below the dam, and the game rangers closed off a whole section where they don't allow hunting and fishing and gave it to us to use. And I mean, it was a really, really good, tight-knit community, really nice people.
Really?
And they hold those camps. They do 2 a year, 2 camps.
Yeah, one at Stillwater and one at Warrika.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like $35 a person. And
But they feed you for 2 days. You get to eat a lot of what they trap. You get to try new things. And they
Bobcat
treat you really
doesn't
well.
taste good.
They have coffee in the mornings. And
Have you ate bobcat?
That's what they had at the camp.
Oh.
They had bobcat at the camp. They had gator at the camp.
So here you're fixing to hit this. Explain to them once again what you're doing when you're doing this.
So whenever I'm doing this, you just pull this part up right here, up over the jaw. This is the loose jaw, because it moves. And this is the jaw that has the pan on it. So this is a dogless trap. Usually there'd be a thing that flips over and holds this jaw down. But I gave y'all 2 dog traps with dogs on it. The dog is the thing that flips over, but this one doesn't. This would be the dog. If anything on the trap would be a dog, that would be it. So this is a Duke No. 2 dogless. Just a really, really great overall trap. They're really, really inexpensive. I think these are like $13, $14. This is what I have most of. But I'm going to start getting Bridger No. 2 modified because they have the laminated jaws and it's just better for the animal. Those are, I think, $20. But if I could, I would have this No BS K9 Extreme Juniors on.
What was that hollering?
That was a crow.
Oh.
If you have a shotgun or whatever, and you can go crow hunting and kill some crows, you can hang up a wing. There's fishing line. You can hang up a wing above your set, and they'll come in and they'll play with it and land on your trap.
Wow.
That's called flagging. I'm gonna put somewhat of flagging here too, because that bush right there.
what is the flagging for?
Bobcats are just like your house cats. I mean, if you have a cat toy hanging up, your cats are gonna knock it down or they're gonna play with it. I mean, it's just gonna come through and it's gonna be a dangly thing, and they're just gonna, you know.
Sweet.
And I'll show y'all how to do that in just a second.
So while he's doing that, guys, if y'all have any friends or you know anything about trapping and you want to send him some traps to try out, most definitely send them to our P.O. box and we'll make sure he gets them. They only live about an hour and a half away from us. Obviously, you can tell that he knows what he's doing, and that we would greatly appreciate it. That would be awesome with him coming down and helping us out. And if y'all know of somebody, some special traps in your community or whatever, and would like him to try them out, definitely send them to us. We'll send them to him, and then you can go watch him set them on his channel.
Which is PC Outdoors.
PC Outdoors.
It's my initials. I was trying to come up with a super extravagant name, and then I was like, why? And then I just chose PC Outdoors.
That's kind of like what we did.
Like, I was thinking of, like, I think one of them was like something, I don't know. It was after I caught my first coon. I was thinking, man, I'm gonna change it to something like Super Caliber Star does everything outside or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'll just stick with it. I'll just stick with something super easy.
Sometimes simple's easy.
And I mean, I don't want people to forget it, because if I chose Super Caliber Star everything outdoors,
I would never find it.
Yeah,
no one would ever find it. I mean,
So obviously that's what we got a lot of questions about. Is there is so many PC Outdoors on YouTube, which what is your icon on yours?
it's a trap. Here, I got some cards. Hold on.
You gave me one.
Yeah.
I'll show them. I'll show them on the card. Yeah, I'll leave a link, and we'll take a picture of that. We'll put it on. We'll link it somewhere. That way you can check it out, because it's got his YouTube channel and his actual logo as well.
Got business cards at 12.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And I do it all myself, really, besides my dad recording me and taking me out to do it. And
That's awesome. It's better than sitting there playing video games.
That's right.
And I mean, if I had to choose, now that I've done this for a while, man, I would stick with this. I mean, y'all don't know because y'all haven't caught anything yet, but getting out, setting the trap, seeing the animal there, it's like, if something were to happen, I can survive.
Right.
Type
right.
of feeling. Like whenever you kill a deer.
Not many people realize you can eat a raccoon.
Right.
It tastes good.
Really.
Yeah,
It's actually not really too bad.
You like it?
Oh yeah, we wouldn't do possum again. That's if you were hungry you could, but
Did you cook it?
wouldn't be a preferred.
I cooked it. Me and Dad
Someone cooked it on the grill.
Yeah.
I cooked the raccoon and that stuff is good. I added Billy Sims barbecue rub to it.
It's really good.
Good, huh?
You can get a bag of that stuff right there
Mm-hmm.
for like, what do we get?
That's just pillow fill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
polyfill.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a couple dollars for a big bag of it, and a full bag should last you a couple months,
If not,
if
2 or
not
3
more.
seasons.
Yeah. Get the big bag. And that peat moss, I think we paid $20 for a big old bale of it.
bag.
Yeah, it's a big bag of it.
And we have like 3 5-gallon buckets of it at home. I also got a hammer for y'all.
Okay.
It's called a sod buster is what they're called.
Hmm.
Because it has this welded onto the front
Mm-hmm.
to break dirt.
Oh wow.
Catching that first raccoon, walking up on it, it's so cool. I mean, whenever I caught my fox, I cried.
He did. He cried pretty good.
That's
I
awesome.
had to pick him up off the ground.
That's awesome.
You might need to stand up and really hit that one, son. Like you're in some hard ground.
jarring it now.
Well, that one's in there.
Yeah, I don't like hearing.
Might be on a log.
I might be in a big group.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Wow.
I think you can
Every once in a while you get a stubborn one.
They need like a U shape, and they probably have one that you can hook it and just pull it straight up.
Well, that's what that.
Is that kinda what the pulley is?
The puller is a square tube, and it's about 3.5 foot tall, and it's got a piece of cord wrench, about a 2-inch wide strip of metal that goes around, and then they've got metal welded from there up. It looks just like a crossbow, but you roll it forward, and on the ends of that flat bar, it's got a little hook in it that goes underneath the head of that, and it's designed to grab the chain on that trap and pull those earth anchors out. But it works really well for that too. But he's just stubborn and won't listen.
The reason I don't do it is because it's like
It's bulky.
it's from here to here, and it's like that big, and I have to walk to most of my places because it's wet down there right now, and our truck can't drive in it, so we have to walk, and it's just such a pain to carry.
Why'd you pull a little bit of it out?
That's to set it, because if it's like this, whenever you drive it in and you just leave it, a coyote gets in it and he'll pump it up to here, because you know.
Yeah.
And it sets it, the way that he's pulling.
Yeah.
When he's
So
hammering
he
it
can-
down, it goes in the ground, and he pulls up and it sets it.
Yes. But if a coyote does it, it'll stay like this. Coyote gets caught. So instead of pulling up like we do, he pulls like this. Well, then it sets like this, and then he can pull.
There's a chance, and they'll sit there and run around and pull and,
Coyotes are known for pumping
do circles and all kinds of stuff, and they'll.
Just gotta make sure that it's nice and.
You'll see if you catch one out here. They'll tell anywhere that thing will reach, they'll tear that whole ground up. Where
But
they're
the remakes are perfect because they pee there, they poop there.
Yeah.
They do everything there, and it's just perfect. Because if another coyote or something comes in here, I mean.
Well.
I haven't been doing it for long, but I've been talking to people that have been doing it since they were a kid.
I will say those guys at that camp that we went to, they're really good mentors.
Yeah.
You know, they really do take the time to coach and walk the kids through the whole process, and it's a really good place. It's really good.
Just take here, grab a little too much. Just take it, stick it under there. I know guys who use a screwdriver to do that, but I'm not that scared of the trap. I mean, I'm under the loose jaw. As long as you're under this, la-di-da-di-da, you can't get caught.
Right.
But if you're in between here, you can get caught. So.
Which has happened before, and I was there to watch it. He didn't like that too much.
But neither did the coyote. Is that it?
I didn't hear it click. Did
Just
you?
make sure this one goes off. Yep, goes off.
I know I didn't hear it click either.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
that one has a good thud to it when it sets. So.
But like, see that right there? I mean, this trap, I've caught a vulture.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Sadly. I think that was the click. forgot to. But this is just so it doesn't freeze down. If it gets cold, I mean, I doubt it's going to get cold enough that if a bobcat comes through, that's going to be the determining factor. But I mean, y'all see how I'm taking this wet dirt,
Mm-hmm.
just packing it manually, the corners and the jaws. Just take this and just.
There with this dirt.
Something, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that watch me and they probably have dumb trapping stories, but my dumb trapping story is the first time I ever set a coyote trap. I was so worried about the scent that I took a cedar branch and dragged it behind me. That was, looking back at it, I'm like, that's stupid. But in my mind then, I was like, well, these coyotes can smell me.
Mm-hmm.
But that same set 2 days later, I got my first coyote. Scent doesn't matter that much, you know? Like human scent, I wear gloves, but I don't wear gloves for my scent. I wear gloves so all this isn't on my hands, you know? Because a lot of times I'll trap in between church services.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to be clean and not have to take long showers in between, you know?
Right.
So. Take this right here. They also make pan covers, but pan covers are more expensive. There's something you put over it instead of that peat moss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not instead of that polyfill, but what I do is I take and I put a pretty good amount of force and jiggle it a little bit. Pack in both of those sides. Oh, see that? See this? Stand. It might wiggle a little tiny
Right.
bit. But I mean, you can't help that. I mean, it's just the ground. But they're not going to come over here. This ground's a little squishy. They step right here. I mean, it's really not that big of a difference. I mean, if it wiggles just a tiny bit, I don't think it matters. But if it, like you saw before, if it like, comes at the ground, they're going to be like, what's that?
They're going to know.
Yeah. Now, I'll take the peat moss, which is inexpensive, like $20 per 60 pounds. Which is not a bad deal at all. And the reason I use a kitty litter box is because it has a lid. If I had a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, I would use it.
Looks handy.
But this has a good handle on it. Just I tend to set my trap a little bit farther back than most people do, because I mean, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, if I would have had that trap 2 inches further back, I would have caught that animal.
Right.
I mean, even if he comes up there and he digs up there, I'm going to catch his back foot.
Right.
Not the best catch, but I mean, you want to catch them on the front foot. That way they don't have all that force and they can dig it up, you know. But I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as you catch the animal.
Right.
You know, I caught a couple coon in those dog-proof traps. I had both hands in there.
Really?
Like, in there, 2 hands in there, and they grab that trigger and they pull up. I'll explain that in a little while, show how to do that. But those traps right there are the niftiest thing. Now, I like to put a pretty good covering over mine. You're hungry. Okay, now.
Hopefully by the time I get home from work tonight, there'll be a bobcat on there.
That's what's good about you working 6 to 2 tonight. You hear the phone ding about seeing something.
Mm-hmm.
You can get home. I ain't waking up. Y'all cameras out here. Well, just up there.
I'll probably move one of those cameras down here.
If one gets it, I don't know what it is, but I think it's gonna be one of these two.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 2 a.m. Yours and yours.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing stuff in a trap. I mean, like, it's just so cool because you'll see a coyote way out there, and even if you're hunting, you'll shoot it, but you never get to see it up close and live.
Right.
I mean, and the people that say, coyotes are feared by God, they are, but the animal has to get here. I mean, coyotes are from down in Mexico. I mean, they're not going to come all the way up to Wisconsin
Right.
unless people bring them. And how do they bring them? Use traps.
Gotcha.
What they use.
I'm protecting my animals.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna do when we find it?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Dispatch it.
Shoot it right in the. Get the rifle right up behind its shoulder, or the 22. Yeah, the 22. Get it right up behind the shoulder and kill it and shoot it in the heart.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Just the same as if he was hunting. Yeah.
because if
Probably
you shoot
gonna
them in
have
the
Technical words, we are going to dispatch.
Dispatch.
yes, that's it.
Going
He's
to take
gonna
the
have
long
them big
iron.
old eyes like boots.
Huh?
Off of Shrek.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I don't care about, yeah.
Well, a lot of people have issue with it, but really coyotes are they really are the domestic terrorist of the animal kingdom. You know, they're one of the most troublesome animals that we have in the United States right now. That, you know, they're horrible for cattle and farmers.
Yeah.
People that are trying to raise their own animals and
I
stuff.
read
So
on the show Weeby Trapline Adventures. It's a TV show on the Sportsman Channel. Coyotes kill 8 million heads of livestock every year.
I believe it.
I mean,
Do believe it.
they'll say that, but they'll sit back and eat their hamburgers.
Mm-hmm.
You're hurting those poor coyotes, but then those cows are raised in tiny little containers. I mean, if it wasn't for trappers, turkeys wouldn't be a thing
No.
at all. I mean,
They're really thin out here.
like, there's not much you can do. Can you lift up that log? This driver is a multi-purpose tool. That far. Enough where I can get some food down in there. Jeez, look at all this rolling coals.
Mm-hmm.
911 Predator, actually. That's really, really, really loud. No, some more Soul Taker by Dunlap. But just a little bit for this set. And then you can put that down. See how that's over that?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, they can smell. But then what you'll do, I prefer sequel, but I don't have any right now. This much. Crank on my leg.
No, figure that out. You need that one, the thing is running down. Come on.
Now that looks like something's been
Right.
going up through here. Wipe this off on here. So, take it. That's just about enough. I mean, if he comes back and pees on it, that trap's about where it's gonna be. And then, what's I gonna get for the lure? Bango Tango. This is made by Southern Snares. It's a bobcat gland. That stuff already has gland in it, but I really want to make this bobcat mad. Rub a little bit right here. Up on here. Hope you might rub on it too. And then I'll just take that stick and put it right in there. Down in there. But now I told you I was gonna do flagging, so I got some. That much, really good. I prefer to have like a wing of a bird or something like that.
Sadly, they took all of our chicken.
Yeah.
They got all of it, didn't they? They didn't leave nothing.
Now that's swaying in the wind. So
Sweet.
that finished that set. I think we have one more trap.
Now you want to put this in that. What is this? This is for raccoons?
That's for raccoons, possums, and skunks. That's all you can catch them.
And it's safe for domestic dogs, so you can put them around even if you got dogs running loose. The dogs they cannot get caught in it.
Y'all see this? They can, but it would be a really weird.
It's
It's like
one in a million.
possible, but not.
Yeah, 1 in a million chances.
But this ring is connected to a spring. You see, there's a trigger down there, and this goes, and it catches this. This trigger goes down here.
Right.
And so, reach down there, pull up on the trigger, bam, it's caught. It's the most
Oh, that's
effective
the
trap.
same one Daniel used down by the pond by his
And,
feeder.
yeah,
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
those are some of the most effective traps on that you could ever get. I mean, really. If there was a beginner, that's the most beginner-friendly trap. I mean, you could put it like right here, or up by the deer feeder. I think that might be where we put it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they will definitely be there. They're big.
There's one raccoon that was jumping all over one.
So if we catch this bobcat, you gonna come back and get it? Just
Yeah.
Kill it and come get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it'll be pretty soon. I have no doubt he's been here every night.
Was he here last night?
Yeah,
And
we got
at
him at 5:30 this
5:30
morning.
Wow. Yeah, if he comes through,
So
you should get him.
probably before we set this one, let's catch that bobcat first.
All right.
Yeah, because that's my main deal, and then we'll go
Yeah.
into.
You don't want to catch a raccoon and then the bobcat eat the raccoon instead of going up here and hitting your traps. Yeah.
Because I gotta get rid of this dude. We're fixing to go buy some more chickens, and once we learn this, we can always keep these things out.
I mean, you can't trap bobcats and fox all year. I mean, you can get a permit to dispatch the bobcat out of season, but you can't take it off and like show it off to people. You have to bury it or burn it, because you can get a permit. You can call and ask the game warden, "Hey, it's not season anymore, but this, I have pictures and I have evidence that he's been eating my animals."
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I wasn't for sure because some people told me that you couldn't. So, which I'm pretty good friends with our game warden here, and he's like, "Man, if they're hurting your animals, get rid of them."
Yeah, if they're being a nuisance, I believe that you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's out of season. Well,
Awesome.
now I smell it.
I'm going to get. All right, guys. So as you've seen, he knows his stuff. Hopefully, by morning time, we have a bobcat. We're going to later on tonight. I'll come down here and set the camera up, and hopefully we'll catch him on one of these. But like I say, go over to his channel, PC Outdoors. Give him a chance. Like I said, he's been on there for 6-7 months. He got several videos. He's new to it. We're going to send him home with another GoPro. That way, it's got a little bit better sound and it's waterproof. So hopefully he can set that out and put it on him and get some better footage. So most definitely go over there and check him out.
Thank y'all. Y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and share this video out. And I'll see y'all. And we're at Eddy Family Farm, so go check them out. And check out his wife's channel, Stephanie's channel, Life on the Eddy Family Farm. They just started out, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
That's right. Thanks. Sweet.